Hello, everybody. It's Aaron. Welcome to another episode of Feed the Beast. Before we get started today, I thought it might be fun to show you a little thing that Voidable showed me the other day, and I have no idea what it is, but it kicks ass. So, Voidable, why don't you explain what the hell you're going to do here?
Well, basically, I was in the Twilight Forest the other day, and they've made some changes, and one of the new changes is the new boss. The You're Gassed, or You Are Gassed, or
This
something.
super gassed, right?
Super Gassed. Big guy, lots of tentacles, and um, anyway, once you kill him, and you get this new item called Carmite. And Carmite can be used to build a number of different things, but one of it is the Carmike Reactor. And when you're in the tower, you can see a couple of samples of this thing being built. You see some layouts using item frames, but basically, if you put obsidian down in the corners, and then put netherrack down in a plus, and the second level is the second level is netherrack, and the opposite. And then in the bottom middle, you're going to do a redstone block, Carmike Reactor in the middle. Then same thing on the top as the bottom. And the last thing you're going to want to do is this final redstone block, because that's what's going to kick it off.
Okay. So the only thing you actually get from the Twilight Forest is the Carmite Reactor thing, which is the block right in the center of the cube.
Well, there are a couple of the Carmite reactors, but you get the actual Carmite itself, which is used to craft a number of different things, this being one of them, this Carmite Reactor.
So you have to craft the reactor.
There are one or two lying around, but it is a craftable item using that Carmite.
Okay.
All right. So the top. All right, you ready?
Yep, I'm ready. Can you harvest those blocks if you do it fast enough?
No, I tried. This would be a great thing to troll somebody with.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty crazy. And then it explodes into the mini gas.
So really the only benefit is you get mini gas flying around.
Yeah, and you can do a little demo to some people. And they're pretty passive unless you get right up in their face.
Like that?
Like that.
Oh, and you got fire bats too.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
They're such a pain in the neck. Might as well have them working on your side.
Oh, you have that staff that throws the fire bats out, right?
Yeah, this is the rod of the nine hells.
Oh, I thought they were spawning with the little ghasts.
No, these are my guys. These are my buddies.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you had that kick-ass wand or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's a Atomic Tinkerer item.
Right.
Really cool.
So the only benefit to that Carmite thing is that it's just fun, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you don't get anything from it. There's nothing left over. It looked like diamond and gold block, but I tried running in there one time and harvesting it real quick, but no good.
So it's just something cool to do, like that division sigil thing at midnight.
Exactly.
All right, cool, man. Well, thanks for showing us that. We'll have to do the division sigil one of these times.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Maybe in an episode coming up.
For sure.
Cool. All right, well, I'm going to get to the rest of my episode, so thanks a lot, and we'll see Voidable in a future episode.
My pleasure. Take care.
Okay, guys, we are back at the base, and I had to go ahead and set up an electrolyzer and a centrifuge because this thing, we really need to make a matter fabricator, and we have to make a highly advanced machine block, which takes titanium and chrome plates. And how you get chrome is you centrifuge redstone, you get ruby dust, and then that turns into chrome dust. And then or ruby dust electrolyzes to chrome dust, and then you have to cook it in the blast furnace. And I have probably plenty of titanium dust right now. You actually electrolyze bauxite dust, which I'm doing, and you actually get tiny piles of titanium dust. And you know, four tiny piles equals a regular pile. I did get some feedback about the slimes, and everybody said half slabs. So what I did over here, since I'm going to put another, like an outline block around the edge of this whole platform, actually all the platforms are going to get it. If you notice, I actually moved the implosion compressor as well. But I replaced all of these with half slabs, and then what I'll do is I'll take my saw and I'll cut some of these abyssal whatever they are, and make the covers to cover up the ME cable. But unfortunately, I found out the wand of equal trade will actually not work with half slabs. At least it won't work with these half slabs. So I had to manually do this, and I'm going to have to manually do probably the bottom four platforms. I think slimes go below level 40, and this one just barely is below it. That one should be fine, but if I'm going to do the rest of them, I might as well do that one also. So what I'm thinking about doing is making the whole floor ice. And to do that, what we're going to need to do is make a glacial precipitator, which we're going to do shortly. This is the recipe for that. I already went and got some snow. And, you know, machine frames, pistons, these things are easy. So basically how I set this up, we'll do the electrolyzer first. On the side, I'm throwing in cells. And I threw another MFE over here, dedicated. I like to dedicate an MFE for all of these MV machines that need a certain amount of power. I just ran it off the transformer. I just ran a line over and ran it up into the MFE and then up into the electrolyzer. So cells go in the side and bauxite goes in the top. And then I have the import bus on the back taking everything out. And I can't right click that because it is a basic import bus, and it just takes out, I don't know, between 1 and 7 or 10 or something items at a time. Centrifuge same way, cells in the side, redstone in the top, and whoa, and then a basic import bus on the back to take everything out. I believe I could have put this import bus on the side and it would have worked just as well. And this compressor I just put here because I had to make some dark iron, and I had to compress some iron to fire it up with the wrath igniter. So I forgot that when you do the redstone, you actually get mercury cells. So we made this canning machine. I didn't realize I was going to need to centrifuge redstone. So we're going to end up with plenty of mercury cells. Not a problem at all. What I want to do first, I actually have some sheldonite. I went to the end and I flew around for a little while. I found some sheldonite, and I want to go ahead and run that through the industrial grinder. And while we're at it, I'll tell you what, we can do precision export bus. We can go ahead and start working on the ferrous. And then we will set up our centrifuges down there. I made about 5 or 6 of them. And I made about 16 routers and a bunch of machine filter upgrades and stuff like that. So I probably should have brought some more ME cable as well. Before we do that, we can put these guys in here, and the sheldonite, I don't think it takes that long. And this is all the awesome stuff that we get from sheldonite. So we're actually going to get, what do we get? 2 iridium. I had 17, so 34, which is almost 4 iridium ingots. Because you know it's 9 of these make an ingot, just like 9 of any nugget makes an ingot. So I believe if I throw the, let's use the basic export bus for cells, and I'm gonna need some of these. So throw mercury cells, and we're filling up with the mercury cells right now. And if we put the precision export bus on top, of course I went back up there and forgot to bring cable. So we're going to throw ferrous in there, and as soon as the sheldonite is done, it should fill up with ferrous. So while that's working, let's go grab some ME cables. And I'll throw my basic import bus on the side right here, and once we connect that to the machine, it should start taking all this out. And I don't think that the ferrous will grind yet, because you get, I think you might get a few different things. So we're going to have to hook up the import bus or take the stuff out. But as you can see, it is taking the stuff out. I don't really need it to do a stack at a time, because, I mean, it works on the fly. You know, the thing puts in ferrous and it takes out the other stuff as it's created. So we're going to get a lot of our cells back. We have about 1,000 ferrous in there to process. And now that there's room, you see the ferrous coming through, and we get 3 nickel and 1 platinum dust from that. So there's our industrial grinder. All I have to do is either find a way to dress up the front of it. I don't know if I'm going to do it with glass or what, or maybe just leave it like that. I mean, I don't really think it looks bad necessarily. It's a lot prettier than Buildcraft pipes or pneumatic tubes, which, I mean, you can put covers on both of those as well. But so our ferrous is going to do its thing, so we're going to end up with a bunch of platinum dust in there, and I can probably take the bauxite off of this, and we can throw ruby dust in there. So we'll put our mercury cells back. I could have sworn I already made the centrifuges. Maybe I didn't. What did I do with them? Maybe I put them in there to get them out of the way. Nope. Uh-oh. It's never good when you lose machines. Especially important machines. It's extractors, that's what it is. I made the extractors. I didn't actually make the centrifuges yet. I think that's what happened. And I haven't left this hooked up because it sucks all the juice out of the system. It's not quite enough to drain the MFSU, but it is a fair amount. So let's look at this thing. Industrial centrifuge. It's an extractor and 2 advanced circuits, 2 advanced machine blocks per and 4 refined iron plates. And I have plenty of refined iron plates. So let's see if we can make 12 advanced circuits and 12 advanced machine blocks. I love watching this thing do its thing. It's so cool. Is that all of them? All right. Alright, 6 industrial centrifuges. And I'll probably leave that one there doing redstone. Maybe I'll add redstone for another. I'm not really sure. But we're going to get a router. We're going to get... I don't know if we need bandwidth and speed. We definitely need machine filter right now, though. I want to say... probably should have made thoroughness as well. I think I made that last time. And I think we can actually make a few of these. I probably do have some soul sand. I have just enough, so that's cool. So let's go ahead and make a few of these, and then I'm going to have to make some more damn dark iron after I'm done. The stuff does not last long enough. And I'm probably really only going to need 2 routers for this, but we'll go ahead and keep them all. So I'm going to need 1 export bus, I think. We'll see. I might need another one. I don't remember if you need cells to do the platinum or not. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. We'll see momentarily. Let me get my overclockers out of here. For some reason, that's really a lot louder than anything else. Alright, so I want to leave a gap right there. And actually what I can do is I'll just put both of the routers back here. And since the routers are touching each other and they'll be touching the centrifuges, it shouldn't be a problem. So we'll do one right here. Oops. Of course I can't break it. Have a problem with some of these Greg Tech machines. If anybody knows a trick for this, please tell me. Voidable told me the other day if you hit it on top, it'll take it. And I did try the Omni tool, and it didn't do any good. So anyway, we'll just line up the rest of these right here. And that one in back will probably fill up. No big deal, really. So let's do machine filter in the bottom one and the top one. And then thoroughness only in the top one. And then we'll do our export bus on the top one. And then an import bus on the bottom one. And we're going to tell the bottom router, I really wish I had a place to stand. The bottom router, extract from, which way is south? Let's make it west. we're going to visit the GT centrifuge. This one we're going to insert into top, and we're going to visit the GT centrifuge as well. So let's throw our platinum dust in here and see what happens. We got one of them. We didn't get the other one. It's only going to the one next to it and the one in front of it. So how about this? But we are centrifuging. I don't believe we need cells for this, so that's good. But the problem with that is see, it sees all of these other machines, but it can't do anything because it can't actually reach them. Oh, we just put them back in the network. Oh, maybe I don't want thoroughness. I don't want it to finish. I want it to evenly distribute. So let's get rid of thoroughness. Okay, I want a do-over. Can I have a do-over? Let's put this stuff back in here. Now we're filling up evenly, mostly. I think I was thinking thoroughness would alternate machines, but what it does is it goes all to one machine and then goes to the next machine. So this is almost done. We probably already have a couple of nuggets in the system. And just for the hell of it, let's take a look at our energy bridge. We're not even using all of our LV power. It's only taking from one, so I can actually throw a couple more machines on there. And what I may do is, if I throw the other centrifuge right here, I wonder if I have room for that. I bet I do. Let's make that happen. See, I can get rid of this ME cable. And if we put a router right here, I think we're going to need 3 for this one, which is not a big deal. Let's just stack them up. Get my cable back. And I have 3 machine filter upgrades. Perfect. They may not be necessary for this, but I'm going to go ahead and put them in there anyway. So we're going to have this one insert into the top. This one, we're going to have it insert into the south. Actually, yeah, south. And this one, we're going to extract from the north. I believe you can insert cells from the bottom, but we'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. So the top 2 are insert. This one is the extract. And I'm going to have to run some cable over to the canning machine at some point. But let's see if I've got enough stuff in here to do this. This one I think is the one for the cells. Yep, cells going in. This one is for the redstone. Redstone's going in. And then this one on the bottom will take it out when it's ready to go. And we'll go ahead and make them all centrifuge, whether it's necessary or not. I feel better about it, since as soon as we put this one here, it's going to try to put redstone in the canning machine. So now this guy is also getting cells and redstone. So now we have 2 centrifuges doing the redstone, and we have 4 doing the platinum dust. If I could get this stupid machine to pop off, then we could add 1 more. And as much ferrous as we have, and as much platinum dust as we're going to need to process, it's really good to have as many machines as possible working. Let me ask them. We'll see if either of those guys know. Usually one of them knows. Hit the top, right. No love. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to break it, get the machine block, and then I'm just going to give myself one. And I'll do this while recording, because there's no cheating happening in here. Even so, we have the resources. It's not like I need to hack one in. And it takes longer to break than obsidian does. It's ridiculous. So 9 minutes later, I'll finally get the machine. This is a tough machine. Alright, I got a compressor back. So here's what we'll do. We'll go to cheat mode. If you drag it off the right, it deletes it. And we will give 1 industrial centrifuge. Everyone will probably call me a cheater on the server right now, because that's what we do when something like this happens. So I'll put this guy here. Ooh, that was probably a bad idea. It's going to get redstone. See, look at that. He took a screenshot. I'm going to have to do it again since I can't break the stupid thing. I need to put it on the other side. So let's do this again. Since the stupid wrench doesn't work, we'll do it that way. What a pain in the ass. Come on, Greg. You make everything harder to do, more involved, but then your wrench doesn't work. That's no good. All right, so let's put this guy here. There we go. Now it should also get stuff, I think, if there's stuff to give it. There we go. Now we've got platinum coming in here as well. Alright, so that is 5 centrifuges for the platinum dust, and let's see if we're touching our energy yet. A little bit. I could put more machines over here, and that might happen. We'll see. So what may happen is this may get moved over into the middle, and I may line up more centrifuges over here, just so we have a wall of them. And let me look at my time. 25 minutes. So that'll do it for this episode, guys. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, please leave them down below. I didn't have time to make the Glacial Precipitator. I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's not going to be automated. It's just going to be something I do to get a bunch of ice to do what I need to do with it. You can make this stuff called unmelting ice. It's a raw plastic and an ice block. So I think that's what I'm going to use on the floor if I decide to go that route, so we don't have to worry about it melting. So let me know your thoughts on having ice for the floor. But that's all I've got. Like I said, questions, comments, please leave them below. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Oh, and thanks to Voidable for showing us that pretty cool thing at the beginning.